Welcome back to Inside the Heat. Udonis Haslem is Miami. He was born in this town, raised in this town, and he has raised 3 banners in American Airlines Arena. So the inevitable conclusion is enshrinement. Well, in the summer of 2016, the Miami Sports Hall of Champions took care of that business.
This award is not for me. This award is for my friends. This award is for my family, for my coaches. And yeah, I get a little choked up because they mean a lot to me.
In September, you got put in the Miami Hall of Champions. What was that night like for you and your family?
I gave all the praise to my family because without them, I wouldn't be here. I was one of those kids that could have possibly went the other way. I've always been a fighter, and that's a thanks to my family. They never let me give up. They stood behind me 100%. I always wondered why my dad was so hard on me. I scored 30 points, and he's like, you don't have the killer instinct. One thing about my father is he's a man of very few words, but he gets his point across. And education was always very, very important. I could score 30 points in a game, and he still wouldn't be happy. If I came home with a B, he might take me off ice cream. He was always very, very consistent about what really mattered. Not only just to be a champion on the court, but be a champion off the court. To provide something in this Miami community, which is the next phase also for me, was to show these kids in this inner city that there is another side. There are people that care about you, and there is some place you can get to if you stay on the right track. You know, I was just one of those kids that loved to play the game of basketball, used it as an outlet, played it hard, enjoyed it, ended up making the Miami Heat. So for me, it was just achieve one goal and set another one. My sons and all my kids know from day one is that we earn everything we get. You work hard, you fight, and you push, and you let the chips fall where they may.
Because you are a father with young sons, when they see this type of stuff as the beginning of their life, and they see how high the bar is, but understand there's a path to get there, what is it that you're wanting for them to get out of it, and what do you think their reaction is to these many accolades?
That this didn't happen overnight. I take my kids with me to work out, to run the hills.
Is this the one on the hill last year?
Yeah, to lift weights. This is what it takes. Well, even when the season's out, I take 1 week off and I'm back in the weight room. And I want my kids to understand that regardless of what you want to do in life, it takes hard work, discipline, dedication. Stay focused on your goal. I have that conversation with my son, my oldest son, every day. I send him prayers to his cell phone every day. I always tell him, people are going to look at you and they're going to assume that because your last name is Haslem, that you had everything given to you. And I refuse to let him believe that, and I refuse to let anybody else believe that.
All right, Udonis, let's talk about basketball for a second. Pat Riley has referred to you as a forever guy. 14 seasons now that you've been able to call this home. What's the best way to describe that for you?
I just want to win.
Haslem playing over the top, denying entrance of the ball to Cousins. Udonis getting it done defensively.
When I look at this team that we have now, I see a lot of guys that have a lot of me in them.
He was undrafted, but he succeeds in this league, so that's a great example for those young guys, and, you know, they respect that.
And that's because they traveled the path of maybe being overlooked, but I see the hunger, the desperation to be great. I see the desperation to be a winner.
You wish everybody was wired the way UD is from a competitive standpoint, for how much this means to them.
I've had a great career. I've won a lot of championships. I've had so many blessings.
Udonis, you did it! The Heat's all-time leading rebounder and one of the great leaders in franchise history.
Speaking of rings, and all 3 of them that you've won, you are still standing. Because of your path, is it only fitting?
Yeah.
That everything that you had to go through to get here, that is your legacy in many ways?
I say that all the time. There's no way I could write it any better than the way it's been written now. I never foresaw it being like this, but everything that I've had to go through, all the great players that I've played with, all the success that I've had, all the things that I've been able to take from all those great players, being a sponge to these guys, has prepared me for this opportunity that I'm faced with ahead of me, to be an extension of Coach Spo and the coaching staff, but to also be a player. You know, these guys lend me their ear. They respect everything I say, but the locker room is our sanctuary, and we police ourselves, and what I say in that locker room pretty much goes.
Welcome back to Inside the Heat. Udonis Haslem has been the team captain for some time now, sometimes in a trio, most recently in a duo. But right now, he is the sole captain of this organization, and he is the right man at the right time with his unique leadership style to move this team into its next chapter. As the captain, what is it that you feel from that responsibility?
I preach leadership at all levels. It's not just going to be my voice. Even though I'm the captain, I want these guys to understand that they have a voice and they have just as much responsibility as I have for us to be successful. I didn't know what to expect, but these guys have been great. Hassan has been great. James Johnson has been great. Wayne Ellington, Dion Waiters. I'm fortunate. I told him the other day, you guys have provided me with the fountain of youth. You're keeping me young. Let me show you a real guns, man. Put them little pea shooters up, man. Look at that, man. Who's on bigger? See what I got to deal with being the OG?
A group of men who came together, not worried about what people thought they should be because of the changing roster, and pushing forward and using that energy of proof for positive things.
It's brought us closer together because we all have one common goal. We want to see each other be successful, so we all appreciate each other. Derek Williams is another guy that's been great. Work ethic, on the bike before practice, on the bike after practice, in the weight room on days off. I mean, these guys are working. And like I tell people all the time, we got workers. And when we got workers, we got a chance. So now my only thing is to continue to point these guys in the right direction. The hard work is there. The instinct, the determination, the effort, everything is there. When I step back sometimes and I watch how competitive practice is, you know, we're not talking about a veteran squad that, you know, doesn't go hard, kind of coast a little bit. We're talking about guys that are 24, 25, 26 that's trying to get it every single day, trying to get it. Sometimes I take myself out to watch. Sometimes I take myself out because I'm tired. That's right.
And you mentioned Hassan, Willie Reed as well. Talk about the obvious connection that you guys have, particularly with the path that you had.
I tell these guys all the time, man, you guys have an opportunity to be something special because of the way the game is played now and the way we play the game of basketball and the way you guys protect the rim and the way you guys can run the floor and do the things that you're able to do. Man, I don't see another starting center and another backup center in this NBA if you compare to the two centers we have right now that can compete with these guys. Their work ethic has been phenomenal. Willie, I call Willie on the phone, 8 o'clock at night, Willie meet me at the gym. Willie beat me to the gym. I tell Hassan the other day in practice, let's play one-on-one. Hassan get mad and go at me. I appreciated that. These guys have been great, man. Hassan has grown so much mentally from where he was last year to where he is now. I'm excited about the next step of his career and the next process for him because he has the opportunity to be the best center in the NBA. Willie as well, he has the opportunity to be the best backup center in the NBA. I have the opportunity to be the best third center in the NBA.
Yes, you do, with many other responsibilities as well.
Haslem hitting the hook. Haslem threw the charge on limb.
Your personal expectations for you and what you want to inject into this team as a player this season is and or are what?
I want these guys to reach their potential, man. And
so your personal expectation is still not even you. You still are about...
Yeah. Man, listen,
rest, collection.
I'm 14 years in the NBA. Never thought I'd make 1 year sometimes. There was times where I didn't know. 3 rings, leading rebound in the organization. What else could I ask for? To make my legacy now, what I want it to be, is to lead these guys to the playoffs. And then after that, we'll take it one step at a time.
Hey, slow down. Yes. Set good screen and help each other.
We know the season presents more challenges, you know, ups and downs, rotation changes. So we got to continue to have the same mindset and same focus that we have now and build on it. But right now, I want these guys to feel what it feels like to be winners. I want these guys to feel what it feels like to be able to sacrifice but enjoy other people's success. I want to be a part of those guys hoisting up that trophy. If we fortunate enough to win a championship at some point, I might not even touch the trophy. I might just let them pass it around because I've been there. I know what it feels like. So I want these guys to have that feeling. I want these guys to have that success, and I want these guys to build their legacy. Once you reach that level, they can't take that away from you. They can never say that you're not worthy. They can never overlook you again. And I was naive at my age when I first got my first ring. I thought we could do it again. Not knowing it's the hardest thing you ever do in professional sports is to win a title.
Udonis Haslem's story sounds like a fairy tale. Growing up in this town before the basketball team even existed, then becoming a lifelong Heat fan, and then playing on the team and winning 3 championships. But that's just a part of his legacy. Because of his community involvement and his business leadership, the Haslem name will be connected to Miami forever. Thanks so very much for watching this edition of Inside the Heat. I am Jason Jackson. All right, so now we're just walking like we like each other? Okay, let's have a swig.
I was waiting on you to say that. I don't understand none of the music y'all listen to. None of it. I crank up my Tupac and they think I'm crazy.
Hey, Mom, how are you?
Be rolling up.
I'm actually in the middle of a shoot. Udonis Haslem is amazing. Good night.